And I believe that we are up and running. Hello. So I figured for this stream I would slightly change things up a little bit. I'm doing a little combo between a sort of Leicester City previewy thing. Sorry, I'm just going to move the mic so that might get loud. There we go. Between a Leicester City preview thing, I'm going to pop my door shut as well, and a nice little continuation of the Football Manager save, because I've been enjoying this, to be honest with you. Just going to get my door, then we'll get to it. Gosh. Shut. Door. Slam. Dramatic words. Get cozy. See, the good thing about these months is you got a nice heated blanket going. It's very useful. Very, very nice and warm. So yeah, let's get into the most recent, which is Stream Save. My idea is I'm going to be doing these streams a hell of a lot more often. Just to sort of make sure I'm keeping up with it, because I feel like a few weeks ago I didn't really get much of it started. And then we got to today. And I feel like I've not quite done enough of it. So we're just gonna continue. We're gonna keep it rolling. We're gonna keep going. If anyone at any point, by the way, has any questions about the Leicester match, just let me know in the comments below. In fact, I am going to do a little text box, I think. Create new... Right, that is not going to be the most subtle thing I've ever done. But I'm going to have to size it down, I think. Let's pick a nice font, too. No. Size is going to have to be a bit more sane as well. Let's go for a nice little... I'll do it. Yeah. Text transform. Let's no, I like that case. That works. Bosh. I think that is a good place for it. Yeah. Sure. Fuck it. That'll do. And I'm gonna move that about depending on where the UI goes throughout the football, because I'm not 100% sure that that's going to be perfect. Right, let's get into it. Leeds versus Bristol City first. I have forgotten to do the opposition instructions, which I feel are very, very, very useful. Let's proceed to match, shall we? Crescencio Somerville is offended because Cameron Pring is physically stronger than him. I don't even know who Cameron Pring is, but I forgot to do the team selection, which is a good start. I don't know if my players are tired or if my players are healthy. We're going to find out, aren't we? Somerville is still incredibly offended. He's deeply furious about the fact that he might have to run at someone physically stronger than him, which is a bit weird. But sod it, be stronger. That's all I have to say. Oh, I don't like how very tired Rodon and Strauch and Palmer are before we even kick off. Fun beginning to the game. Right, let's hide that. Let's keep the Leicester questions up. What's a good place for that little text box? Go there. I'll go mid-screen, which is there. Banging. Right, Piru with the ball has a dig. It doesn't put it away. We could do with Piru scoring some goals here, because once Piru gets up and running, we can be nice and cozy with our side. Cree whips it into Palmer. Palmer isn't quite on the end of it, but Joe Rodon gives it back to him, who was definitely offside. What was that positioning? That's never going to work. Gardner Hickman is a hell of a name. Ampadu picks the ball up to Somerville. Wide to Palmer, has a dig, and off the bar. The tiki-taka is working, though. We're still getting the opportunities here. Might have to be some half-time subs to keep people fit, because I have screwed up this squad selection. Cole Palmer to Somerville. Somerville all the way back to Rodon. This vertical tiki-taka especially is working very nicely because it means we just get the ball out of the way. Gets it out of danger when we're under a little bit too much pressure. Ampadu didn't quite pass that in time, but we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Oh, this counter's scary. Well in. Never mind. Unlucky. Melier stops it. We're fine. It was only absolutely terrifying. Pring now. Near post. Dealt with by Rodon. It was just... He's very good at his job, isn't he? He's probably the most efficient centre-back that I've seen on the game so far. And a permanent deal if we go up is going to be a must. Spence plays it short to Somerville. Back to Spence. Return challenged, but they get away with it. Ampadu now finds Fernandez. Is he going to shoot? No, he's going to give it to Palmer. Back to Fernandez. Square it. Come on. Sort of. Somerville? Ah. Worth a go. Worth a try. I like the idea. Eventually the idea is going to pay off a little bit more. But we'll see. Stroke! Saved. We're in that annoying spot right now where I think we definitely deserve to be leading. Because we keep having chances, we keep piling on the pressure. But we keep not putting the ball in the back of the net, and that's the problem. We should do that quite a lot more. So, back to Stroke. As long as we've got players with a good level of vision, good level of passing, we'll be completely fine. We've got nothing to worry about, I think. Rodon all the way back into Melier. We're happy to just hold it, and I don't mind that. That's okay. Cole Palmer now makes a run. Plenty of men in the middle. Square it. Come on. Into Somerville. Why is it always Somerville that's got his head on that final ball? Spence to the far post. Palmer. Wide. It's never Rutero or Pirro under those balls, and that is so infuriating. It's never the two players that can finish off the chances in the box. They've got an injured player, and that's quite good for us at the moment. Because they're a man down in midfield. I feel like midfield isn't where they're having issues anyway. Because if they lose a midfielder, that's not a problem. We're already dominating the ball there. Fernandez finds Palmer. Back into Fernandez, who nice and cleverly steals the ball away. Right, Palmer back into Fernandez. Finds Sarr. Piru. Is he going to shoot? Please shoot. Ah, nearly. Nearly. It's coming. We're a third of the way in and we are just dominating them at the minute. We need a goal. That I'm not going to deny. And we've got another corner. Let's just keep pressuring them. Keep the pressure up. Keep working them. Fernandez. To the near post. Stroke. I don't know if he headed that or not, but it's fine. Fernandez Macau plays the ball directly to Cormac, who is able to just take it. Right, this press is doing us very nicely, I think. Spence to Sarr. Sarr finds Ampadu. Ampadu back to Sarr. We're happy just holding the ball a lot of the time, and I'm a big fan of that. Palmer, I think, will have to come off at half-time, because he is looking like a tired boy at the moment. Sarr to Fernandez. Fernandez, come on, let's have a nice ball. Something into... Penalty. Okay, that surprises me. But it will be Rutter taking it. Rutter missed his last penalty for us. If he can put this one away, we will be feeling pretty good. Shoots. Saved. I'm sorry, Georgie. You've been so good all season. But you can't. We can't be having you taking penalties at the moment. Pirro and Palmer to go above him. As a Leicester fan, I think Leeds need this win more than we do. You lose tonight in Ipswich, win and win their game in hand. I think you will run away in third. I think I agree. I think if we lose tonight, things get a lot more difficult. I feel like the title's already gone. That is Leicester's. That's not a question. I can't help but feel, though, if Ipswich, I think, have a lot of draws in them as the season rolls on. I don't think they're going to stay at the level that they're at. One team doing so is fine enough, especially when it's Leicester. But I feel like even Ipswich, like, winning those two and us losing this weekend, there's still a bit of a conversation to be had. It's not completely terrifying. Like, if I'm completely losing my mind here, just let me know. But I feel okay if we lose this weekend, because it's going to happen, and Ipswich will slip up at some point. There's no way that they don't. Stroke at the near post, can't do it. We hit the bar, but apparently Stroke handballed it, which isn't good. Right, so coming into half time, we have absolutely hammered them and haven't scored quite yet. So we just need to put the ball in the net. Piru not quite able to manage it. But yeah, Jeff, if you like disagree with what I've just said, just let me know, because like I know I'm coming at this from a Leeds perspective. I've not watched much Ipswich because I work a job that is like exclusively at the weekend, so I often can't even watch Leeds matches. So I don't know if I'm like completely wild there, but yeah, just let me know. Half time, 0-0. Dominating the XG, so there's definitely something to be had here. I just don't know what it is, aside from Rutter actually putting a penalty in the back of the fucking net, because he's too good at not doing that. Unless I right, Palmer's gonna have to come off. If I do that and drop Rutter in a little bit deeper, is that anything? Because Rutter leading the line isn't working right now, that's pretty clear. We need to make it work, but it isn't. Right. Aside from that, there's no one too tired. Rodon and Stroke, obviously a little bit iffy. But we'll see. Let's head to the dressing room. We've created lots of chances. They didn't like that. Happy with the playmaking effort. And you can make a real difference, because you need to finish the chances. Nonto to Sarr, very nice, slow start. If we can just roll ourselves into the game, give us the opportunities to win. Eventually a shot will go in. This obscene XG underperformance, it cannot be forever. Somerville now on the left-hand side. Plays it through to Nonto. Can't quite get it, but he's still pressing, which I'm a fan of. Stroke, head on it. Never mind, Sarr picks it up instead. Somerville, come on. You see, that's a very, very promising little run of play. And it's a very, very short run of play as well, don't get me wrong. But it's one that shows that we can actually, like, pressure them a bit. I think they just had another booking. Rodon to Sarr. Finds Rutter. Back to Rodon. Oh, that was a bit spooky. Rutter finds Piru. Have a shot. We were on something like 2.3 XG before that, and I need to see the XG afterwards because it's going to be through the fucking roof. Right, Rutter. Back post. Come on. Right, Fernandez Macau. Here we go. Spence. Put the ball in the box. Crete, have a dig. Directly into him. See, this was going quite well, and then half the time that shot goes in, and it just did it. This has to start working. I don't know how, but I'll encourage them. 60 minutes, I'll make some more subs, but there's got to be something that we can change here. As it forces a goal. Because I can only tell them to put the ball in the back of the net so much. Ampadu finds Rodon. Spence now to Jorginho. Put it in. Have a shot even. Why can you do that but not score a penalty? Thank you, Rutter, for breaking that duck. Desperately needed that. 3 XG, 1-0, we'll take it. 60 minutes, I'm not going to change anyone yet. Now we've scored, this dominance is working for us. Getting that goal has massively changed the game. Return out. I think I prefer return out on the right. Because it's working. He's improving out there. Pirro was on one of the matches a little bit of a surprise to me, I can't lie. Right, 75, I'll make changes to keep people nice and fresh. That'll do. Right. Right. Nonto's not having a great game. But Somerville's tired. If I drop Nonto in, bring on Pat. Who else is getting a little bit leggy? Rodon is playing well, but is tired. Stroke is just as tired, so I'm thinking Cooper for Stroke. We'll stick with the rest until people get a little bit more tired than they are at the moment. Right, Ampadu with a corner. Very weird that Ampadu's taking corners, but I'm not going to complain. Ampadu isn't taking corners. Okay. O'Leary bangs it up to Pring. Wins the header to... I've never known how to pronounce that. Is it Bamin or Gubamin or something like that? If anyone knows, please let me know, because I've not got the foggiest. Cornick, dealt with easily enough by Rodon. Ampadu now. Come on, we've got to make it count. We've got to be a little bit smarter than we are. Pring, back post, do not. If that would have gone in, I would have been furious. I would have genuinely hidden the game for the rest of the match, because, God. Right, Spence, come on. Yeah, I think what's going to come with the Leicester match is neither side is going to properly... Peru. 2-0, that was the goal I wanted from it. Neither side is going to properly dominate, I don't think. It's going to be both sides having lots of possession. It's going to mean one of the sides will have had to make a big tactical switch in order to, like, deal with a more sort of passive style of play, if that makes sense. There's no way that the game is all one-sided unless Leicester decide to sit in or Leeds decide to sit in and hit on the counter, which we're good at. We are good at the transitional bits of football. But I don't see us, like, aspiring to it, if that makes sense, because realistically, in the Championship, with a good challenge, with a front four of the level that Leeds have at the moment, we're not going to be playing that transitional counter-attacking style often, so it's not worth investing a lot of time into. It's more worth, like... Shit. Okay, that's bad. Archie, in you come. How's that work? Never mind. Who else is very tired? Because I got one more sub. Rodon or Fernandez? I've not got a sub on the pitch for Fernandez. Not on the pitch, on the bench for Fernandez. So I think Rodon, Cresswell can come in. And we've got a nice cushion now, so we should be okay. But yeah, if... I thought I just took him off. Did I not just take him off? I definitely just took him off. But yeah, if it comes to a more transitional game, I think we're in a better spot than they are. If it comes to a one side tries to dominate possession and play nice little clever through balls, then it could be a slight issue for us as well. Because I don't hugely rate... I rate Shackleton as a right back, but I don't know if I would put him in that same bracket of right back as if, for example, we had Spence up against Mavididi in this match. Mavididi is like the equivalent of having a Somerville or Rutter in this league. It's to the extent that it's almost unfair that there's a player that's that good. But we can't complain because we're playing a front line of like Rutter. James, I know, is like not a supremely good player in this division, but he's got enough. Nonto, another one. Like, weirdly, if you look at some bits of Victor Auto recruitment, there's little bits and bobs that are really, really clever purchases. Like, I think Oh dear. I think as like a youth scout, Victor Orta is absolutely perfect, but as like the rest of the job of being a director of football, that's where you get the issues. Right, Gardner Hickman. Oh, Christ, that was close. This is effectively to try and keep the clean sheet, which is sort of bad for me because that means I have to pay my players more. Right, Charlie Cresswell. Let's just hold the ball for a little bit. Let's not give them the opportunity to get back into the match. That'll do. Nice little 2-0 win. Wasn't ever hugely in doubt. 70% of the ball, 91% passes completed. XG through the roof. For some reason, we didn't score until the second half. But I'll take that. That's not too bad. Nice work, everyone. That was good. And yeah. What else happened in the league? Shall we try and find Southampton? They drew against Rotherham. That is very, very nice for me. I don't think they've been beaten yet, but they've had 3 draws off the top of my head. Norwich managed a 4-0 win against Coventry. Leicester 2-1 against Stoke, which keeps them very, very close to us. That's not very fun. Plymouth somehow on 23 points. They beat Swansea. And Blackburn are also in the conversation. All within 3 points, those teams. Blackburn battering QPR, who are at the bottom of the table with a goal difference of -24. That is absolutely incredible. Right, I might have to reconsider where the any Leicester questions box goes now. Oh, that's fine. I don't mind that. Hold on, I'll flick from thing to thing. Yeah, sod it. Can go next to my name when we're not playing a game. No, in fact, ignore that. Nah, sod it. Down here will do. I love experimenting with the UI, and you guys just sort of have to watch. Ampadu injury is just a tight thigh, so it's not too bad. A little bit of cramp. Oh, just been paid for Leaf Davis. Ampadu close to triggering a clause. That's not great. Montero. And Gelhardt did okay. Gelhardt got himself an assist. In a 5-0 win, you'd hope for a little bit more than that, but here we are. Well done, Joel. You've done good. I'm proud of you. Right, next matches are after an international break, I see. Okay, perfect time for any Leeds versus Leicester questions, so if anyone has any to throw at me, just let me know. Happily answer them. I've got a sneeze coming. Sorry about that. That was nasty. I had a chat with Brendan Aronson earlier today, and it's clear he has an issue with his current loan spell at Union Berlin. Feels he isn't getting the agreed playing time at his time there under Urs Fischer and would like to play more often. Union proposed that Aronson would be a regular starter, but he's not getting that sort of time. What's the issue, Brendan? What sort of problem are we having? How much are you playing? He isn't at all. I've got a fun idea. I really, really sort of want to recall him. It'd be quite funny. Also, apologies, I've got to insert an ad because YouTube is telling me to. But I will make a decision on that afterwards. Talk with Fisher about his spell. Why isn't he a regular starter? I will keep a close eye on his progress. Which basically means that if he doesn't start playing more, I'm just going to recall him. It is absolutely not worth having him like out on loan, not playing football, but we could just recall him and maybe sell him. That feels like a much better way to sort of deal with that resource that is Brendan Aronson. Nanto's trained well and is making good on his potential. Crescencio Somerville's training plan is working a treat. I've not replaced my assistant manager yet, have I? No. Could I rehire him as a coach? No. And Charlie Crosswell is also improving. Fantastic. We keep going. Very good club atmosphere. Harry Christie has been developing well. I don't hugely care about those guys. Coaching department is currently full, but that would mean getting rid of Scoobs. Have we got any purely bad coaches? Juan Sola does not need to be here. Ruben Crespo does not need to be here. Domagala does not need to be here. There's so many not very good coaches in this lineup. Scoobs is the least of our problems at the moment. I will sign Ewell, if I can, to replace one of the idiots. Don't know who to sign instead of David Wright, but that's fine. Let's move on. I'm not going to schedule that one after the meeting. Not going to do that because our recruitment analysts are already way better than this guy. So let's ignore that. Physiotherapy is currently full, but you could be better than Henry McStay. Would definitely be better than Henry McStay. So let's schedule that for after the meeting. Let's approach you to sign you. And let's get it done, shall we? There we go. Big ol' international duty kicking in. Corberan sacked by West Brom. Could I sign Corberan as a 23s manager? Is that realistic in any way, shape or form? Because I feel like he wouldn't, like in the real world. That's absolutely not going to work, but sod it. Pape Matar, a bunch of injury risks. Who's actually injured? Bill is 3 weeks out. Dallas is 2 months out. Out for 18 months. Jesus. Clarkson's gone. Recently returned is everybody in the squad. I think with the shit, how many clean sheets has he got? Does it tell me? Let's check his season stats. Clearances, tackle rate, player of the match. It's not telling me his clean sheets. He's won 8 out of 11 matches. Christ. Fouls against fouls, clearances, tackles. Headers won? Yeah. It's not telling me, which is not good. His average rating is banging. Can't see his goals conceded though. Crossing completed is absolutely shocking for someone of his level. Got to do better than that. I am going to have a look at his form. Is that going to show us? No. Why do I not understand this thing? Analysis? No. Coaching report? Maybe. Overview? His expected assist is very nice. Why can't I see clean sheets? Why isn't that a thing? Player performance, right. Goals per 90, XG per 90, blah 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 blah. Defending, clearances, no. I don't know why I can't find that information, but it's fine. Whatever. I will just roll with it. I will discuss his progress. You're doing well towards making your clean sheets target. I don't know what the number is. Oh, targets. He's at 4. Shit. He's got an average rating of 6.9 out of 6.7. That's not too bad. I think that's an agreement he's gotten with his side to increase his playing time. Oh, nice. I am not most of I'm not responsible for most of these. Ian Matson has been set a target. If I make Ian Matson really deeply unhappy because he's not good enough, do you think I can sign him for cheaper? Imagine if that was the case. That would be the most broken thing. Right, Diogo Montero, 6.7 against Man United's under-21s. Did you win on pens? With a win on penalties. We love it, Diogo. You keep doing your thing. He's developing really nicely as well. You're right, Peacock Whites. How are you doing? Just having a nice little mid-afternoon stream. Past a couple of hours. I really wanted you all. Yeah, if you've got any questions like at all about the Leicester City match, anything like that, even the FM save as it's going. Ooh, I didn't know we had Norwich after the international break. That could be a bit spooky. Good, glad you're good. Right, Gelhardt managed to score. That is nice and rare. He has scored once all season because he's not scored at Derby at all. But at least he's okay for England's under-21s. How did Greenwood do? Not the best. Montero got a 6.7, that's fine. Yeah, at some point I'm considering doing a watch-along. I'm not sure if I do, though. If it's something that anyone would be interested in, just, like, let me know. But it's always the sort of stream that, like, spooks me a little bit because, like, I've never done one. Don't know if I'd be good at them. Ethan Ampadu has trained well. I'm going to say well done. Sam Byram hasn't, so I'm going to give him a little bit of a bollocking. Do I set a target for you? No, I don't. Just want to see you do better for me. Yeah. Peacock Whites, if you'd be interested, just... Would you be interested in any way in like a watch-along sort of thing? Because I know that most people will just watch Just Joe or something like that, or just watch the match itself. And I don't know if it's something that people want to see a little bit more often. If it is, I'm all for it, of course. English FA Cup. I don't hugely care at this point unless there's very, very funny teams in here. Lancaster went out. Damn it. I can't believe my Dolly Blues didn't make it. For context, I went there for uni, by the way. I've not just completely lost my mind. Have a look at our Wonder Kids list. It's still generating some decent players. Especially when Ouattara is hugely good in terms of like potential, but very, very cheap still. At Amiens, 19 years old. Zach Abbott's not bad either, is he? I'm going to restart this again. Just because the more info I've got on all of these players, the better. Herman Gerland is here now. That's more expensive than I thought that would be. How good was Reimer again? 12, 15, 15. How good was Gerland? 17, 17, 17 or something? 16, 15, 18. Yeah. Sorry, Eddie, but you're sacked. I mean it in a nice way, I promise. Gerland in as the ass man. The mighty, mighty fine ass man. With Shaq's injured, not a huge problem because it's only 1 to 3 days. John Rowe is someone that would be very interested in a loan, would be interested in a transfer. But I don't think we need him. I think we're looking okay. This is where we get scary because Gabriel Sara is one of the best players in the league in this game. Definitely would be a signing for me if I could afford him. But we can't. Winning this will absolutely position us to do well in the rest of the season because it pulls us 4 points clear of Norwich, which isn't a huge amount, but I think it's enough to like have a nice foundation, something that you can build up from. Charlie Allen 6.7, Diogo Montero 6.9. Not too arsed. Gelhardt scored another. How's he only scoring once in a 12-0 win against Azerbaijan as a striker? Come on. Cole Palmer also played in that and got a goal and an assist. You're making Gelhardt look and feel bad. Oscar Wilhelmsen played against Portugal but did not go well. But to be fair, Portugal's 21s are monstrous. And Fernandez Macau is looking quite jolly at the moment. No one from League One is looking super tempting, which is, honestly, it makes sense. Peter Kioso, I think, is the highest rated, but he's 24, 2.5 stars. He's not going to develop and he's on loan from Rotherham. So, sod it, don't need him. Who's got a little bit of potential to grow? Dale Taylor is probably the one that's got something in him, but he's on loan from Nottingham. Oh, the sooner we can get to Norwich, the better. Because I want to beat Norwich. If we can do well against them, I can be nice and happy. We can roll on as a jolly little, not the worst. Alright, I'm going to close that because I think I'm getting a couple of minor little errors on the stream end. Let me know if you're getting that as well. I don't see any dropped frames, which is nice. A little consistent bit of performance, that'll do it. Nwaneri on form as Arsenal's 21 score an easy victory. I think he's automatically on that Wonder Kid shortlist, which I don't mind. If he's good, he's good. Do not know why I feel so tired. Well, I do. It's because ADHD medication over time gets less effective, and that's where I am at the moment. I've also got a bit of a sore throat and a mild cold, but at least it wasn't here for the wedding. Yes, mate, it'd be good. Watch the watch-alongs with everyone. I've watched Just Joe as well. I watch everyone that I can. That is absolutely fantastic. I hugely appreciate that attitude. Might give it a go then. Am I right in thinking that it's Leicester this weekend and then Plymouth? Because if that is the case, I think I might try it for Plymouth. Because I know I'm not watching that with my brother, because normally that's what I do. I watch the football on Discord with my little brother. But if he's not watching, then sod it, I might give that a go. Norwich and Leeds provide top billing. Of course we do. The big names. Lewis Peary scoring 2 again. Peary is just off the chain. How is he this good? Why is he going down in terms of all of his development? Oh shit. Progress. Why has he gotten worse? Do I move him into the 21s? I'll try that. This Leicester mate, we're away at the King Power. That bit I know. Yeah, it's the week after that. It's because my family are going on holiday without me. No, they're going on holiday the day after Leicester. And then after that, if it's Plymouth, then I don't think they'll be back in time for me to watch it with them. So that might be the plan, to do a watch along. I'll try not to swear at people, obviously. It's not always doable. Right, okay, so things we learned from the last match. I quite like Ruter on the right-hand side. I'll give that a go. Ampadu is still fitness testing, so that looks like Stroke to me. I don't see anything else that's a bad idea in this lineup. Kamara might be a little bit on the tired side. So I'll give Archie some more minutes. More minutes Archie gets, the better. Fernandez I want on the bench. Do we have a right back? Yes, we do. Why have I got hiccups? I'm the most broken person right now. Gruev. in for Ampadu if he's still dealing with a fitness test. Byram, I always quite like having in the squad just because he's nice and versatile. But who for? One of Kamara and Gruev, and I don't know which. Or Anthony, because we've got wingers. I'm not going to use 3 wingers, am I? Sorry, no, Byram I will keep out of the squad for this one. I've got a lot of squad building to do with this team. Joe Rodon feels like Joe Rodon should have been picked. That makes sense, but you're a little bit tired, my guy. Is he in the squad at all, or did I leave him out? Dressing room doesn't agree with the team sheet. Have I made a mistake? I mean, the answer's obvious. Yes, I probably made a mistake. But, right. Carry less performance on, we will be fine. Next week, Plymouth at home, 3 o'clock kickoff. Flippin-tastic. That is a match that I will probably try and watch along then. At some point soon, I need to try and get in contact with the club again, because at one point they let me have, like, press boxy access. And I might try and sort that out again. Because I feel like there's a very, very good video that could be really informative in doing that. Plus, I know a couple of people in there, so it won't be completely terrifying. Let's give us some encouragement as well. Just because the more we encourage our side, we might actually do something here. Palmer to the near post. Where the hell has that gone? What's happened? Right, Palmer picks the ball up again then. Into Rutter. Rutter finds Strouk. Don't shoot from there. Okay. Coops, Spence. Please put that in the middle. Non-toe. Can't score. Yeah, thanks for letting me know about the next match. Because I wasn't 100% sure. That looked like a foul, but that's fine, because we've scored anyway. Right, I was sending a message then, which was awful timing for us to score a goal. Does that count as Gray's assist? Because technically, I think... Palmer. Ah, well. Right, Gabriel Sara, the guy I'm most scared of on their side. Whips it in, dealt with by Sar. I told you that Sara was scary. Nunez into Barnes. Okay, I'm used to people called Nunez not actually being a threat on a football pitch. Long ball to Palmer, well taken down. And Sara is absolutely everywhere. I don't like that. I don't like how good he is. He's playing at defensive midfield right now. Sar to Piru. Piru finds Gray. Gray. Where's he going to look? Near post for Nonto. Slides it wide. But again, it's another example of us creating chances with this nice little vertical tiki-taka. We've got the players for it. Sometimes. We've got the dedication for it. But yeah. Yeah, if the attempting a press box sort of video thing is something that you'd be interested in, just let me know, because I'm thinking about doing something like that. Don't think I'd be able to film the match itself, but everything around it and what's going on is something that I think I would be able to do. Right. They're getting a little bit more threatening now in the highlights, and I don't hugely love it. And we're having to play very, very fast football to try and counter back. Nonto, come on. Let's put it in the middle. Rutter, come on. Spence, shoot, please. Oh, it's another corner. Corners aren't bad. And they're giving us decent chances. Strouk or Cooper at the near post, I think, is going to get ahead on this. Near post, Strouk, second to the ball. But that's not too bad, Gray. Nonto looked fouled. I thought that was a foul in the box, considering he didn't get the ball and Nonto went down. but I guess not. Pied or Pied, I don't quite know. I think he might be French. John Rowe can't quite pick up the ball. Gabriel Sara is chasing back Jorginho Rutter. Those two look surprisingly alike, by the way. When I was doing a thumbnail for them, I was shocked at how much Rutter looks like Gabriel Sara. Duffy. Through to Fastnacht. Back to Duffy. They're also doing a little bit of tiki-taka bullshit. But it's dealt with. Right, Coops. Find Sar. Sar, let's just have the ball for it. Not do that. Unless it works. In that case, do that. Nonto finds Gray. Gray doesn't shoot. Gives it to Palmer. And I couldn't even tell what happened there. He hit it so hard. I think it was right at the keeper. This is going to go short to Rutter. Gives it back to Gray. Finds a little bit of space. Far post. Go on. There we go. Jet Spence. No. I think we're not good enough at creating chances out of those corner routines. Definitely needs to be worked on. I'm going to encourage the boys. Didn't work that time. Maybe it should have been praise. I've noticed that tends to work when we're a goal up. Also, I definitely need to move the Leicester questions box again. There we go. They're throwing. Which comes to nothing. And yeah, it's been a weird game. Nunez, near post, dealt with by Cooper. They didn't pack the near post as much as I thought they would there. Kenny McLean. Is it Kenny McLean? I don't know, but he's made a run. It causes a problem for Meslier. Oh, shit. And now we're behind Leicester in the table, because Leicester are going to be winning. Which means we have a lot of thinking to do. We need to work out what's gone wrong, how we can fix it. Just going to let you know, by the way, that YouTube automates ads on these streams. It's about to do some in a minute, but that just means that I'm going to insert them now, just to make sure it doesn't do them whilst I'm playing. I have pressed the button. And, yeah, let's wait the ads out. Nice little... We'll get a bit of chill bossa nova music going. And let's keep it a bit relaxed. Hold on. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to search bossa nova jazz. I'll see if there's a nice long playlist that I can just whack on in the background. There we go. I'm going to start using a little bit of background music a little bit more. Not for now. I don't know if this is copyright free actually. That could be a little bit scary. Right, stream health is excellent. Viewer activity is something went wrong. You know what? I'm gonna keep this going until I get a complaint of some form from YouTube. It kicked me out of the live studio. Okay, maybe that was the complaint from YouTube. Okay, I think everything seems to be working fine. Analytics are okay, stream settings are okay, I've not had any notifications of anything, and I believe the advert should be done. So I'm going to turn the nice chill bossa nova down. Sorry about that. I will work out how to do it for the next stream. And yeah, let's get back to it. Start the second half. Peru to Palmer. Gives the ball immediately away to... Is it Ashley Barnes? Is he playing for Norwich right now? I don't know. But that's fine. It's not our problem. Coops. Stroke. Itchy nose. Ah. Long ball doesn't find Rutter. And we are in a little bit more trouble again. Right. Gibson finds Duffy. Just had a quick look at my work schedule as well, and I think that on the Saturday I should be fucking terrified by whatever happened there. No, I should be okay to do a Plymouth watch-along stream sort of thing. Because my work Firpo hat-trick today. Let me dream. No, I don't think he will start. I think he'll be the sort of player that comes off the bench, depending on the situation. If we're under a lot of pressure, I think bringing Firpo on. The Orange Raider. I'm blaming you on that one. Yeah, I think Firpo hat-trick is a firm maybe. By that I mean no. If we're under a lot of pressure from Leicester, I think bringing on Firpo could be a bit of a risk. If we are in a nice attacking position, bringing Firpo on could be a risk. It's one where if Byram gets injured, I think that he's the shout. But I don't see him starting. I'm absolutely blaming you for that, by the way. We need to win this to stay in the top two. Palmer finds Ritter. Nonto, that's miles offside, Joel. What are you doing? Ah, right. Something needs to change. Sarah's having a stinker. Piru isn't having a good one. So Sar off for Kamara, maybe. I'm going to turn into a playmaker. Piru, I want to play as that support striker. I'm going to yank Palmer off, I think, for Pat Bamford, who will become a pressing forward. I quite like that idea. Because we've got Piru on the pitch to take the shots. We've got Rutter on the pitch, who is playing pretty well. Nonto's done incredibly so far. It's the fact that we don't have Rodon at the moment is causing us the occasional problem. But yeah. Also, the Orange Raider, I was considering for the Plymouth match maybe doing a watch-along. Let me know what you think on that, because I think that could be quite fun. Peacock Whites has been pro the idea. But yeah, I think the concern is it's a very busy market to try and compete with, because you've also got Just Joe in that area. You've also got a bunch of other channels. And I'm sort of worried that if I try and enter that, then I'm just sort of joining a conversation that's already started, if that makes sense. Piru, you are having a stinker. I am going to bring on Cree instead. See if that changes things. Return. We've got a front two now. With complete forward. No, if not, with advanced forward. And Pat can be a little bit more deep laying, I think. Always worth a try. Yeah, that's fair. I think the reason that it would be specifically that match is because I don't like that there's a highlight happening in the background. The reason it'd be that match is I normally watch the football with my brother, who's going to be on holiday for that one. So it could be worth a shot, I think. And I'm not working at the time, so we'll see. I might give it a go. Let's get encouraging. Let's put Cresswell on. Let's maybe score. Gray. Find Somerville. Somerville back to Gray, not too bad. Back post. Can Cresswell go under it? He can. But he can't make it count. Matson with a free kick. Short to Gray. Who gives it back to Kamara. What are we doing? We're doing this. That's fine. Oh, another corner. We keep having these chances and they keep not going in. Might have to be a big comeback job. But we'll find out. Matson is going to play the short ball to Gray, who launches it to the far post. No one under it, though. Kamara picks the ball up. Gives it to Matson. Far post. Nonto. If Nonto wins us the match from a header, something's gone wrong. Let's go very attacking. Let's change the instructions up a little bit. I prefer a bit of an overlap. Let's get shooting on sight. Whack the tempo up. Increase the passing directness a touch. I don't mind a bit of width as well. And we need to speed the game up. So let's get stuck in. Let's press more. I can't go higher than that. Okay. And let's get hopeful that we can do something. Let's also demand a bit more from the players, because I'm not super happy with losing to Norwich. A point would be fine, because I know that they're a dangerous side. That felt like a foul, but fair enough. Gabriel Sara, the guy that I'm... Ooh, I've just had an idea come to mind. Do you reckon I could swap deal Gabriel Sara for Brendan Aronson? Because Aronson doesn't like his time at Union Berlin. If I can recall him. Not register him. Mellier's going to join the attack. We've got 2 minutes left. If Elan can score, game changer. Matson to the far post. It is Mellier, who heads it narrowly over the bar. A minute left of the match. Their goal kick. Hopefully we can keep the pressure on. Gun directly to Kamara, sorry. I keep shortening it and I don't know why. Pat Bamford finds Kamara. Oh, Nonto was on the overlap there as well. Ashley Barnes closed down. Boyer's Science is going to be a problem, as is Sarah Forshaw. Do not. Good save from Mellier. I think that's going to be full time after this throw-in. 2-1. Disappointing. Not happy. We should have won. Was taking off Cole Palmer a mistake? I can't tell. Maybe, but now we are not top 2. In a very, very tight playoff battle at the moment. We're going to need points. We've got Stoke and Huddersfield coming up. We're about to catch up with the real world, which is sort of my goal for this stream, I think. I might go till past. Marcelinho Nunez was their best player. Gabriel Sara. We are very keen. They want between 20 and 24 million. Promotion next season. He's got a release clause of 35. He'd want massive wages. Could he charge less? That's fine. We can agree on a deal in principle. I don't like how much I want him. I really, really desperately want him right now. I'll declare interest for transfer. See if I can get a little bit of potential agitation, because I don't know how interested he is. If it's very, then we're good. Isn't at all sure about joining Leeds. He's looking to join us because he's impressed with our ambition, which is a good start, I guess. Like I've said, hey, it's fun. Players unwilling to move and expected to reject any advances. Right, that might need promotion then. He's a top player, and we're always going to be interested in players of that caliber. I'm also going to check if we can, in fact, get Aronson back from his loan. Also, selling Aronson wouldn't even get us the cash that we need, which is fun. Let's have a look at his contract details. Can he be recalled? Needs to be inside a transfer window, so I can recall him and try and immediately sell him. Don't know whether or not that'd work, but it's worth a shot. Might as well give it a go. Also, if anyone hasn't just yet, I popped out a video fairly recently, I think it was this morning, on how tonight's match might be a must-win, but it's not 100% sure. I've just checked the comments on it, and someone said that the game decides the next decade. That is absolute madness. What? Was he a flop? No, barely got run out. I'm not reading that. That's a long comment. I do read all the comments and stuff like that and often reply, but there's sometimes I look at them and think, yeah, that's very long, and you've not formatted it in any way sanely. James DeBio has played for me so far this season, but I think I am going to leave it for... Okay. His contract would be expiring, so... I think I'm going to make him available for the 18s at all times, but he's going to play in the 21s, I think. Piru has had exciting progress, so has Strauch. Ayling has gotten worse. But that's understandable because he sort of an old man on the scale of things. I've put 1-1 for tonight's match. It makes sense as a prediction. I think I'm sticking with my 3-2 because I like being a little bit optimistic. And I feel like we've got something. I don't see it being super low scoring. If it is, then I'm not going to complain too much. But as long as we get something out of it. Jack Clark. I observed Jack Clark play for 84 minutes as a left winger. He's interested in transfer. He's very interested in a loan. I don't think we need him anymore because we got Cole Palmer instead. Roll has been sacked by Sheffield Wednesday. Man City haven't lost a match yet. What else is going on in the various leagues? Bayern have lost one, drawn one. Union Berlin are currently 4th, which explains why Brandon has not... They've not even registered Aronson. That's why he's not playing. He's not even registered in their squad. That is absolutely monstrous. Okay. Fernandez Macau is making good progress. Would like him to get that clean sheet against Stoke City today. Be a good time to get it. Greenwood update 6.5. Allen update 6.4. Gelhardt has finally scored a goal for Derby. Finally. Derby, who paid a little bit more than the other rivals that were in for him. I can understand why he's not scoring that many because Tyrese John Jules is taking all the opportunities. But he needs to do better than that, I think. 1-1 is a prediction that makes sense, though, I think, yeah. Player of the Week news, Anthony Patterson, goalkeeper, at an 8.9, saving 2 pens in a match. And they still lost 3-1. Man of the match with an 8.9 in net, losing 3-1, is one of the daftest things that I've seen in this game. They must have been absolutely peppered. By a Leicester side that are quite scary. And I don't want to lose this, because if I do, that's 5 points off the top. Could do with Preston beating Southampton, but it's not going to happen because Preston are 19th. Let's get to the tactical meeting. That's not the tactical meeting, that is the FA Cup replays. Right. Rodon coming in makes sense. I want Strauch to play over Cooper because he's just a bit better. Byram or Spence. Maatson, I'm going to drop for Fernandez Macau. If anyone sees anything that is absolutely daft in this lineup, by the way, just let me know. Palmer has a heavy match load at the moment, but I don't see him as super droppable. Nonto, however, with a 6.83, is going to drop to the bench. Where's Rater gone? There he is. Going to go that way around, because Rater's the better complete forward. Slightly adjust the tactics too. I want to start overlapping. I want us to increase the tempo a touch. Going to take work ball into the box off because that just means that we take a little bit too long. Kamara and Sarr would work, but I sort of want Ampadu as that ball-winning midfielder again. Outside of that, nothing looks too silly. Archie Gray has a much better average rating than Sarr, though. I think he's played more as well. Let's do that. Let's see how Archie goes as the Mazzala. I'm going to trust that lineup. Might be a bad idea, but I'm going to trust it. Byram I'm going to put on the bench just so we've got a bit of defensive cover in all positions. And yeah, we'll see. Pleased to see Joe Rodon back in the side. Rodon is pleased to be back in the side. Meslier is happy with the formation and mentality. And the instructions work for Kamara and Jed. Going to play nice, short, clever football. Going to get the win. Wait, why wouldn't we press Ender Stevens? Is he an awful passer or something? I mean, sure, I'll do it, but I don't understand it. I want to be impressed. Let's go and put on a show. Go and have some fun, play without pressure. No pressure. No pressure. Let's see if that's done anything. If it has, then we're good. If it hasn't, then we might be a little bit knacked. Coming out for the warm-up. Rutter to Rodon. Rodon finds Archie Gray. I do not know why I've gone French. Stroke to Gray. This is where Gray sort of has the opportunity to stamp his authority on that spot in the squad. 5 minutes in, we've had a lot more of the ball than them. Better passes completed. We just need to turn it into goals. Short to Strauch, who is instantly pressed, but Gray is available. Ampadu now. Oh, can't find Somerville. Ender Stevens, who we said we wouldn't press, has come up the pitch, but dealt with by Rodon. Somerville now finds Peru. Is he going to square it? He is to Rutter, who can't quite finish. It's going to be huge for the XG, but there was no way he was scoring that. They immediately had their foot in front of it. One shot blocked. But it's fine enough. Just need to turn all this possession into more shots. Then I can be a bit happier. Stroke finds Palmer with the header. Meslier to Rodon. Rodon. Spence. Play it down the line. There we go. Can Cree put the ball in? Eventually, yes. To Palmer at the back post. Oh, Palmer. Palmer, why are you so good? I'm absolutely not going to be able to afford you after this season. Let's have a look. 43 to 62 million pounds. At Chelsea. I think I might stop doubting Cole Palmer now. What was the target that he was set by his club? Achieve an average match rating of 6.9 in competitive first team matches, and what would that get him? To be a fringe player. If he's going to be a fringe player there, like, I don't know why he wouldn't just come out on loan again. Why am I planning next season's loans? Right, Gray. Find Stroke. Now Fernandez. I need Fernandez to... Oh my god, what a bit of play. If that was a goal, that would have been the naughtiest finish. Right, Pirou out wide to Fernandez. I'm liking this more overlapping style, I think, because it's given us a touch more width. Palmer to Gray. Gray back post. You see, the fact that Somerville at the far post on the end of those crosses means we're not scoring them, because he can't head it, can he? Gray. Near post, probably doesn't get to anyone though. Fernandez picks the ball up. Out wide to Gray again. Please be onside. He was. Was that a shot? Or was that just a really dodgy cross? I couldn't quite tell. Okay, we've started taking control now. Fernandez to Rutter. Rutter finds Gray. Cuts inside and finds Spence. Another corner. We're putting a lot of pressure on him here. At this rate, we genuinely should put a lot more time into training corners. Fernandez. Back to Gray. Okay. Is this one of those times where we faff about and don't get a chance? Maybe. Because we relied on Somerville winning a header. It's not working. Ampadu. Dumelier. Strap. Back to Ampadu. Is challenged. Is not good. Vidigal. Thompson. Berger. What a name. I think we got away with that one because I didn't see it offside. Gray puts in a free kick. Ampadu at the back post. Pirro can't finish. Mark Travers deals with it very, very well. Right, Pirro on a free kick. As a dig. A little bit over the bar. There's something coming for us. It's on the way. It's getting hard to see. Fernandez to the near post. That might be off. I think he's just about on. Fernandez to Spence. Was that a I don't... What happened there? It's our throw-in, but was that... It just bounced about a bit. They've had one shot all match. Come on, let's keep this pressure on. Let's get a second. Let's not get FM'd. Gray on corners is going really, really well for us. I'm liking it. It's just making it stick, making it count. We're having the XG problem again where we're massively underperforming. Ampadu to Rodon. Which is weird because earlier in the season our overperformance was just off the chart. Didn't like that. 1-0, half time. Their XG looks a lot nicer than it should because we've given them chances. I am happy with the number of shots on target though. That bit I can't complain about. 60th minute. I think the plan will be for Macau to come off. Just to keep Byram match fit and make sure that we don't lose him. Rutter, I'm thinking I make him an advanced forward. Just because for some reason him playing as a complete forward isn't working for me at the moment. So I'm going to attacking advanced forward. Fernandez Macau, you will change a little bit later. Right, Vidigal finds the ball behind, but it doesn't come to anything. Good stop by Melier. I wonder if that counts as another shot for them. It doesn't. Excellent. Palmer, free kick from range. Ooh, it curls into the outside netting. Not bad. Could be better. Thompson, deflected. Their corner. We don't know how they are with corners because they've not had a single corner highlight yet. Which makes me worried. Which makes me think they could somehow put this in. No. We need to improve these defensive corners. Because Melier keeps saving us from them. Thompson. Dealt with. Only for now. It's gone out to McNally. Well cut out by Strauchen. Let's counter. Come on, let's hit them. Good running from Somerville, but he's not able to find a proper out ball. Not the worst problem to have, but Clark to Berger to Thompson. Vidigal now. That's why I'm a little bit scared by Fernandez Macau now. Because he could get that red card, and that would be very bad. Because this tiki-taka relies on us having the ball more than they do. And as is, if we lose it, we've got problems. Right, Somerville. Back to Rodon to Spence. Is he going to find the ball down the line to Pirro? He is. Come on, put it in the middle. And again. Cole Palmer. You naughty boy. 7th of the season. We're desperately going to have to try and keep hold of him. It's not going to be easy, though. Because I completely understand Chelsea wanting him back. Stroke to Ampadu now. Finds Rodon. Now Melier. After this highlight, we'll make the changes, I think. Might be Rutter just straight coming off. I'm going to praise this side, though, because it's going well. It's always a little bit shaky until we get that second goal, but... Spence to Somerville. Somerville, is he going to find a long switch? He is, to Palmer, who's always in the right place at the moment. Puts it across the face of goal. Does he? No, he shoots instead, hits the post. He could have put that square. We had so many players ready to take it on. Stevens to Berger. Berger finds Thompson. Thompson. Over the top to Gooch. That was dangerous. And that is why I'm subbing off Fernandez Macau for Byram as a supporting wing-back. Because I don't want to lose him. Retear for Bamford, I think. And then I'll do something like this. Gets Piru in his best position. Bamford arriving late in the box. Do I make any more changes? I don't know. Keep it at that for now. Ampadu might be worth a change later on, maybe for a Glenn Kamara, but we'll find out. We've sort of let the game slip a little bit in the second half. They've had more chances. Spence short to Somerville. Finds Piru. Shoots. We get a corner. That deflected very, very narrowly. Gray puts it in. Doesn't get to anyone, but we've picked the ball up again. Finds Joe Rodon. Come on, we need a little bit more than this. Piru in that number 9, I think, can have a huge impact. It's just about managing it. Larice. Whoa, did that deflect? There's no way that was straight in. Stoke City are now back in with the shout, and I do not mind. What do I mean, do not mind? Do not like that. Byram to Bamford. Bamford back to Byram. Strout now. They can sense the blood in the water and don't like it too much. Jed Spence makes a run, has a dig, doesn't work. Corner. Again. Can Cole Palmer do something from this corner? Near post to Rodon and Stroke, but doesn't go in. It's getting spookier, have to admit. Might make a change to shore things up a little bit. So Ampadu I'm going to drop in as something of a half-back. Bamford straight up number 9. Piru come off for Kamara, who I think is better in that defensive role. And I'll do that. Maybe Bamford is like a false 9. Yeah, I'll do that, and then I will turn these into more attacking players. And quite desperately hope that it works. Palmer now. Let's be clever. To Melier. Cree, come on. Let's do something right here. Let's cause them some problems rather than ourselves. I think we need to be getting a little bit better at this. Which is the most redundant sentence. Somerville finds Palmer. Come on. One more ball. That'll do. Gray, shoot. Oh. Gray finishing that would have been the moment would have changed things. How many more subs have I got? 2. Palmer is looking tired. Bamford, Somerville, come on. That's daft. Very daft. Okay. Kamara. Let's think about this. Let's be clever. Rodon to Spence. Spence. Back to Rodon. If we're just going to hold the ball, let's just hold the ball. But if we're going to attack, can we do it now and not get countered? Byram, far post, Somerville. Again, it's Somerville at that back post is not the one. Okay. Slightly changing things. Byram switching over to right back. Going to bring on Maatsen on the left. And I kind of prefer to have the legs of Dan James at the moment rather than Willie Nonto. If this stabs me in the back, that could be bad, but I feel like James is the more sort of defensively solid player that's going to put in a shift in terms of the press. End of the match. Long throw into the box. Come on, last second. Novak finds Campbell at the back post. Please, let's get this. Oh, that was terrifying. That was... because we can't afford to drop points now. The fact that we dropped out of the top 2 means that we are just back foot. We are chasing. 2 points off Norwich. Southampton drew, which brings them back into the conversation as well. Leicester Leeds 2-2 tonight for you. You see, I've gone a little bit more optimistic. I think I've gone 3-2. I think we sneak something. Just because we've got that sort of madness about us. You were very good in front of goal, Cole. Yeah, I think we've got a little bit more chaotic football to us than other sides around us do, and whether or not that works in breaking them down, we'll see. I cannot believe he's gotten those 5 clean sheets in 9 appearances. Sneaky win. Absolutely. I think it's a very sneaky win. We will absolutely crawl across the line, but I think we do get there. Oh, he's automatically an important player. Why did I promise him that? That means he's got to fight Maatsen for his spot. I'll deal with that problem when it arises. 9 matches, 5 clean sheets is ridiculous, to be fair. I'll give him some credit. It's adding up. Highest rated is Peru. Rutter as the top goal scorer. We've got plenty of assists from absolutely everybody. Jaden Anthony, I think, has been unlucky. We've not seen him much because of the loanee limit. We've always had to leave someone out. And it's always been Jaden. Might be Maatsen a little bit more now. I've said that Fernandez is going to be getting those minutes. Kiernan Dewsbury Hall is not someone that I'm going to be able to sign. I do not know why he's on that list. Dan Neal, I have no idea who you are, but you're a pretty good midfielder. Aside from that, it's all low knees all the way down. Apart from Twanzebe, but I feel like they got him on a free. Huddersfield up next. Doesn't feel like it's going to be a 4-1. Doesn't feel that way in the slightest, to be honest. Leeds favourite for clash. Strachan warns Leeds about Rodoni. Is Strachan still a technical director here? He is. Ooh. Who's my current technical director? Let's have a look. Technical director is probably Greta Steinson. Yeah, 15-11. Could I do with a slightly better technical director? Maybe. give it a very quick staff search. Let's pick the attributes. In fact, let's clear it first. Find me a good technical director that also definitely wants to be a technical director. Okay. Never mind. There is no one with 17 on both. No one with 16 on both. Okay. 17 on judging staff ability, 15 on negotiating. His most knowledge is in France, which is a little bit scary. Because that means we are relying on the French. Drop you at 15 as well. Right. We'll have a look. We'll see who is going to be a good one. Not going to steal Southampton's, because that feels a bit sneaky. 17 negotiating would be very nice to have. 15-15 on Greg Maher. Malandown was the guy I just checked. And Adam Quinn is unemployed. I think I'm going to try Malandown. Approach to sign. He only wants 2k a week. Not going to be a director of football, I'm afraid. You are going to be a technical director. No, you're not going to be a director of football. You're going to be a technical director. Don't mind paying you an extra few £100. Right, Huddersfield Bus and Leeds rivalry. I am not going to pay that much attention to what Darren Moore has to say. DeBayo wins a new deal. Absolutely he does, because I don't want to lose him. Let's sort by not Evan Ferguson, because he is absolutely unaffordable. But I recommended. Okay. Just getting a better idea of who we can pick up in the coming windows, to be honest. There's a lot of decent players. Who was the 17-year-old? Zach Abbott. Never heard of you. Acknowledge. And let us hope that we don't quite desperately need to sign someone. Wilhelmsen plays well again, in spite of us losing to Norwich. I think he's developing. He's definitely got something going on. But we just need him to keep playing at 9. In fact, I'm going to move him to the senior squad, but I'm going to make him permanently available for the 21s. He's going to be the Charlie Cresswell special, I think. Just to make sure he's got that little bit more development coming. We're going to save, we're going to play Huddersfield, and depending on time, we might play... Probably won't play Leicester, because I need to make tea very soon. Because it's a nice little Cajun stew I'm working towards. I'm not going to make all of these changes, because I'm going to think it through a little bit, I think. I'm not going to mess with these instructions, because I'm quite happy with the way that we've got the tactics at the moment. Heading for a rest now before kick-off. I mean, that all makes sense, as terrified as I am about the... Why are you still unhappy about a team talk weeks ago? Yeah. Having a chill before kick-off absolutely makes sense, because I am a little bit spooked about the Leicester match. It could go either way. Archie Gray, you are a tired boy. I will play Glenn in your place. Rotera as the 9 wasn't working last match. I think I'm going to have Piru there. And Palmer is still undroppable. But Bamford didn't do anything. Palmer on the inside. Rotera on the bench. And I want to give Dan James a run out. In fact, I'll drop Matson as well. And then try Anthony out there. Because when he's played, Jaden Anthony's been really good for me. Ampadu, for some reason, not up with the rest of the side. But that's completely fine. Piru, You will be a straight up advance forward for me today. And I'm going to trust Palmer in that position to do what he does. So, let's get into it. Everyone seems to be happy with the team selection, player instructions, formation, all that jazz. Seem to be doing fine. Let's not press Tom Lees. I don't think that's going to be a problem anyway. We should be winning this. If we're not winning this, then we are immediately going to have some pretty big problems. Skip and encourage from the start. Let's see how we go. Rodon finds Spence immediately off the bat. Hopefully that goes quite well. I've just gotten a call from my dad that I can't answer. Going to very quickly reply to him and say that I can't chat right now. Just in. Right, Somerville to Kamara. Let's get a goal ahead. Let's make this quick. It's only Huddersfield. We do not need to be afraid of them. Unless we decide to be, which is a problem. Jaden Anthony puts it into the near post. Rodon picks out the header, but it doesn't quite work out. Anthony again. Finds Ampadu, or does he? Apparently not. Spence picks it up. I absolutely love the Leeds YouTube community because I'm fairly new to it, but the amount of just support for everyone's content is incredible. You guys make me so happy. Right, Fernandez, Somerville. Can we break through, please? Stroke. Gives it to Kamara. What's he going to do? He's going to do nothing, and we're going to run out of the little bit of football. Also, quick question for the people in chat. Are there any Leedsy creators that I will very likely not know but should keep an eye on? Like, I'm going to keep an eye on you guys. Because I'll be honest, I don't enough, and I'm definitely going to. But it's just good sort of immersing yourself in like the culture, I think. Right, Palmer to Spence. Palmer, you're meant to be in the middle of the attack in midfield. I don't mind you floating a bit because you're quite good at it, but Spence finds Ampadu into Somerville. Nice little overlap from Spence, but isn't used. Kamara, Ampadu, Spence. We're just playing with him, it's great. Back to Somerville, that was one of the nicest goals I've scored. Such a nice little move. We had the ball for so long. Cute little passing triangles that ultimately work out for us. Very nice. Absolutely no complaints. Far post to Rodon. What the hell happened there? I'm not complaining. I do not know what their keeper did. Two 0. Keep digging. Keep getting spammed with various messages, so I definitely need to like return to that call in a few minutes. I have a list of known channels in the channels tab on my channel. That works actually. I quite like that. I might do that. So mate, I'm new to this in the support and help. Why is the thing in the way? That's had. And getting is absolutely amazing. Yeah, it's honestly the amount that everyone is happy to like support each other and build up the community rather than seeing each other as like weird competition. Because it's not like at the end of the day, if you're on YouTube and you're looking at like competitors and weird stuff like that, that's not how it works. The way that you should be looking at it in theory is like your competition is everyone on the platform. It's not just, oh, I'm not going to help this Leeds YouTuber because they support Leeds. At the end of the day, you're against the likes of a Mr. Beast, or even in the specific football space, Sky Sports, James Lawrence Alcott. You're against Tifo Football, that lot. the amount of channels that you should see as competition, if you're just sort of holding someone down, it's daft. It's nonsense. So the fact that we're all here sort of backing each other and supporting each other and watching each other's content is wonderful. Somerville at the back post is never going to win that header. I don't know why he keeps trying to win the headers. But we keep the ball. Ampadu cuts on the inside and takes a shot. I thought he was going to play an easy ball there. Fernandez. Good stop by Nichols. Right, Kamara finds Fernandez. Middle of the box to Palmer. Ampadu picks it up now. Is he going to shoot again? He is. I think my favourite fun fact about Ethan Ampadu is he's never scored a league goal in his life. He's only ever scored in, I think, a playoff or something like that. Fernandez, Anthony. Anthony finds Ampadu over the top to Somerville. That's a very nice ball. Cuts it back inside for Spence at the back post, and Anthony can't quite get to it. Getting so close. Somerville second best in that challenge, but that's not the biggest problem. Going to keep the ball short. 2-0 at half-time. It's not quite 4, but I will absolutely take it if we're keeping this dominance going. Kamara to Rodon. Rodon finds Fernandez. Anthony now. Into Stroke. We're comfy. That's what's happening. We're nice and happy and cozy on the ball. Just going to quickly check the settings. Yeah, I thought it was extended. Might adjust that to key highlights at some point, but that's more for when I'm like trying to speed through a save. I'm quite happy with this like chill pace when I'm streaming. Rodon, come on. Spence, we're doing this nice little clever interplay again, but Spence is happy to run with it. Somerville puts it inside Piru. Piru as the 9 is absolutely working. I said it wasn't 4-0 at half-time. I'm not going to complain about a 3. It's working impeccably so far. Players are at risk of getting a little bit cocky. Kamara, and Palmer. Little bit happy. In a bad way, maybe. They've had 2 shots. They're getting absolutely pummeled. Happy with shots on target so far. I'm just very happy with the match so far. It might be a 60th minute making big rotational changes kind of job because I'm not too asked about... I was going to say that's definitely a free kick. I'm not too asked about making the goal number bigger to the extent that I will just throw on all of our attackers. I am pleased if we are able to keep everyone fit and healthy, ready for the Leicester match that I am likely going to do next stream after we've had the real life Leicester and I know how to respond to the mistakes that we inevitably make. Now I say that, I think we'll be okay. Spence. Nice deft ball to Palmer, who's happy to take it backwards a bit, then run back to his position. Ampadu. Who's he looking for? He's found Kamara, who shoots. Good stop. We keep getting these chances. Corner again. Go into the near post. Who's under it? It is Rodon again. Oh, he keeps doing it. He's so good from those corners. 4-0. And that tells me that he might be on for player of the match here. Because he's absolutely pummeling them. We'll give it a minute and then make the changes. Right, who isn't the fittest on the pitch? Spence is running a little bit low on his legs, so let's whack in Byram. Palmer is on the tired side, so I'm going to give him some rest as well. Bring on Nonto. Going back to your point about YouTube, did you notice the overlap cleaned up a few awards at the FSA Awards ceremony? Sky Sports in disguise. Yeah, it's a little bit annoying because there's a few channels that are like visibly associated with like old media, and I think if you do YouTube awards, you should really focus on like who's up and coming. You should be lifting people up that are not already up there. So when like a Saturday Social or something weird like that happens, you're not boosting up something that is already in that weirdly high position up. let's keep going. Kamara's come off. Nonto has come on. Byram has come on. We've got 2 more changes to make later if we want to. Nonto to the far post. Rodon is under it again. Their keeper keeps coming for these balls and keeps missing them. I'm quite happy with that. Fernandez Macau towards the back post. Joel Peru can't quite get there. Football Supporters Association fronted by Neville. Yeah, it's not the best. Could have been a great goal. I missed that because of the chat. I think it was a very nice save. Anthony. Where's he going to put it? Near post again. Doesn't make it all the way there. I'm having to chase back now, though. They've cut inside quite nicely. Aziz out wide. Their left back, right back, sorry, is having a really bad day. I'll bring on Cooper for Rodon, just so we got some fresher legs, and then we have 1 change left to make later in the match. Might be Somerville at this rate, might be Strauch. I've not quite decided yet. Strauch picks it up. Out wide, well blocked by Walters. I don't like the way it's pinging about our box right now. Wiles, is he going to shoot? He is, but it's right into Mellier's hands. I think he was missing anyway. Right, Fernandez Macau. Nonto gets to it, now Anthony. Are we going to keep the pressure on, or are we just going to let them have it a little bit? Which isn't going to be the biggest issue, but... Until Wiles takes a very, very long run at Sam Byram, launches it into Aziz, that's never going in. Not an issue. 85 minutes, I'll make 1 more change. I think Strauch will come off, maybe for Cresswell. Just give him a few minutes. Tom Lees now. Short to Hogg. Aziz. Why are they finding it so much easier to control the match? Don't like that. Don't like that one bit. I think the subs might have caused a little bit more harm than good, but Gray's now on the ball. Finds Fernandez. Fernandez is just floating towards the byline. Anthony finds Nonto. That'll wrap it up. A nice 5-0. Who's Daniel Farker? I seem to have outdone him. Whack Charlie Cresswell on for Pascal Strauch, just to keep Strauch in the best possible condition. Byram's not had a good match. Byram on a 6.5. It's definitely something to keep an eye on, in case it becomes an issue in later days. Nice save from Meslier. Definitely needed it, because now I'm not too concerned about that clean sheet thing with Fernandez Macau actually being properly, like, important player rank in the squad, because he's performing at the very least. Meslier short to Cresswell. Cresswell is going to put it out wide. Not really. Finds Cooper. We're holding the ball quite effectively here, but we're not turning it into an attack until Somerville turns, puts on the pace. Archie Gray's going to shoot. No, gives it to Anthony, who is going to shoot. Oh. When this popped up at the bottom, I was convinced that was a goal. Oh no, the Nonto goal got ruled out. I barely noticed that. Shit. Ah well. I'll take a 4-0. Unless Byram wants to change things here. Nonto switches it nicely. Doesn't work out. Cresswell picks up the ball. Far post for Somerville, who puts it inside. That was more dangerous than they will have wanted it to be, which is very nice for us. Right, Nichols launches it all the way to Mubama, but it doesn't work out. Somerville picks the ball up. Now Gray. There's a potential goal here. I'm keeping them penned in, which could make a bit of a difference for us. Let's keep the pressure up. Helic, back to Kasumu, inside to Edmonds Green. What a name. You are... That's a very Tory name, isn't it? Full-time. There we go. That's not really been a problem for us. Sort of walked it. Afternoon, Black Badge. You've come right as I'm about to end the stream, which is fantastic timing. Also, aren't you working right now? But yeah, a good few performers in this one. We have Rodon on an 8.7, Fernandez Macau on the 8.2, Somerville on an 8.6, Spence on an 8. A couple of players didn't quite perform at their peak that we're aware of, Palmer and Kamara. being some examples. Parma, who I'm convinced Chelsea are going to try and recall in the winter. But nice work. Sick. Nah, booked holiday today. Oh, yeah, so you did. But yeah, 4-0. We'll take that. I will play up until the start of the Leicester match, I think. Josh McDonald, who I have never heard of, isn't that good, doesn't have that much potential, but did very well against Wolves as under-18s. Rodon sends Leeds top. It's kind to say it was just Rodon, but then again he did score twice. I'm going to praise him because he scored, and as long as Rodon is happy, it might be easier to sign him on a permanent basis. If we're able to do that, I will be absolutely buzzing. Gelhardt didn't do anything again, which is getting a little bit infuriating. What's the table looking like? Table's looking like this. So, this match here against Norwich was the most pivotal one in how the table looks at the minute. Top 4 are not making any mistakes at all, except when they're playing against each other. So from a maximum of 42 points, we've only dropped 11. Southampton and Leicester have only dropped 10. Norwich have only dropped 9. And it could be quite brutal for 2 of this back of 4 if it keeps up. We've got one of the best goal differences, though, which is very promising for me. I just need to make sure that we stay in that conversation, make sure that we keep pushing them. Might be a job of selling Brendan Aronson in the winter as well, because Union Berlin still haven't registered him, which is absolutely infuriating. Just to check, by the way, are you going to be watching the... I wasn't allowed to sign him. Why is he still on the shortlist? Are you going to be watching the Leicester match tonight over Discord or no? Because at some point I am considering doing a watch along, but I don't know whether to save it for Plymouth if you're about for tonight. Llorente was sent off against Salernitana. That's not great. And they lost, which makes it even worse for him. Which makes it even funnier for me. He's wanted by AS Roma. Why don't you just buy him then? Ask about market interest. There's one club currently interested in getting my client at their service, AS Roma. Just let me know. I'll ping you a message after this. Malandin move delayed due to work permit. Pascal Strauch has a little bit of a tight groin, but that's not going to be an issue. He should be back for Leicester City. Oh, I need to stretch. This is why I was going to use the standing desk for these sort of streams. But I completely forgot I was going to do that, which is a big issue. Evan Ferguson, for some reason, is still popping up as very much recommended. If I had 100 million, maybe. Scouting finish on Amadou Onana and Vicente Pizarro. I haven't requested any of these, so I don't know why they're coming through. Unless it's the Wonder Kids list. It's the Wonder Kid list. Okay. It's slowly working through them. Hello, can I be one of the top academies in the world, please? Who would you say are Leicester's biggest threats to us? It depends on what you mean in. So you've got the potential issue of Kiernan Dewsbury Hall, who has 11 goal involvements this season so far, 6 assists, 5 goals. Off the top of my head, he's a big issue for us, obviously. Iheanacho's a problem because he just scores lots and lots of goals, which is a touch scary. Backline, I think we can deal with, to be honest. Winks is also probably going to be a problem. How did we spend 6 million in the last month on transfers? Vardy as well, if he's playing. But I feel like Vardy is the sort of player that we're able to shut down. Winks from distance is definitely a problem, yeah. Vardy is one of those where he's 50-50 as to whether he's a problem or not, because I feel like I would definitely trust the Strauchan Road on axis to deal with it. Dewsbury Hall is the scariest for me. Winks, I've not watched enough of. Apparently, he's someone that more controls the game in an Ampadu position, but I'm not 100% on that. Cole Palmer wins Young Player of the Month accolade. I think if we bring on Cooper and Ayling at the back, we're toast. Absolutely. I think that is a danger. That's why in my preview video, which go and watch that after this because I was quite happy with that. Bloody Maresca. Yeah, in my preview video, I said something along the lines of Shackleton at right back, although Ayling would also work because they're both players that know how to get back and forwards. Although Firpo is fit, I feel like if we bring him on, we're sort of exposing ourselves to a lot of risk. There's a lot of dangers in this match. It's one that we're going into, and I'm genuinely not quite sure how we deal with a couple of the threats. Like Mavadidi, for example, their left winger. If he's running at Ayling, we're in trouble. Would you not have Archie right back? I don't know. Because it depends, because the last few times we saw him at right back, there were plenty of threats that came down his side, and I'm not entirely sure if those were threats based on the fact that he's not the best right... Oh, shit. I don't like going injections because players always get annoyed when I give them injections. So I'll leave it to the physio. Dallas is nearly back as well. Yeah. Archie at right back, if it was because he was tired he wasn't playing too well, then that's completely fine. If it was because he wasn't quite at it as a right back, that's where we have a completely different problem to deal with. Shackleton, I know, has the legs for it. It's just, it depends on Archie's fitness, I think. Leicester are comfortably favourites for this one, having won the last 5. That's not real world Leicester, by the way, that is this Leicester. In real life, how long has Dallas been injured? The same amount of time as he was in game. And we are currently at the right point in time in game. We're at 9 AM this morning in game. So 18 months, which sounds about right off the top of my head. Yeah. It was the City match in the season we didn't go down, which was April, maybe? So it might be 19 months. I'm not sure. Christopher Clausen shines as Snowden finds fitness for Leeds under-21s. What was it he injured? He, I think, fractured a bone in his foot or something weird like that. Yeah. Not his foot, sorry, his leg. But it wasn't like a clean break because those recover a lot faster. It was one of those where it's shrapnel, basically, on the inside of his leg. I'd pick Shakog right back. I like Ayling, he has too many mistakes in. Yeah. I think it's a mix of that and the fact that I don't think he has the fitness for this match, to be honest. Like, another season, sure, I can't believe Plymouth are 6th. Yeah, another time, maybe I would trust it more, but why is everyone expecting a loss here? It's tempting me to scum save. Chambers leads the way for the under-18s. I don't think I know who Chambers is either. No, but he's got a lot of potential. Ooh, very nice. And here we are, right at the kickoff. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to save it. And because I was aiming for 4 to be off, I'll hang about and we'll talk a little bit about the match. Hello. I'm also going to add the chat box to this screen because I don't think it's been here before. So if someone could spam something in the chat so I know for a fact that it's working as it's meant to. I'm also going to shuffle this way because the chat box is about... I can't show my mouse. Doesn't matter. But yeah. If y'all could get spammy, then we're going to be all good. Because the chat box is on the right-hand side of the screen at the moment. so I need to be over this way. But it's a weird one. I can see problems by picking Ailing, which is unfortunate because I really like Ailing. But Mavadidi I can see being one of our bigger issues as well. I can't remember if I remembered to mention him earlier. But he's in that category of players that we will really need to deal with and focus on. Is kickoff at 8 PM? Kickoff is... I think it's 8. I'll have a check. I will do a Google for you. And for some reason the chat is taking absolutely forever to show up, which is a problem. There we go. I don't know why that all showed up at the same time. I think it's got like a refresh time, which is not perfect. I'll also do that just to make sure that everything is in the right spot. Pretty sure it is 8. Yeah, that makes sense. Why is it now put it over there? I don't quite know what's going on. Oh, it's center aligned. Why the hell is it doing that? Yeah, sorry about that. I need to sort out my Streamlabs thing. So if you guys can keep on chatting, I will keep an eye on it. I will fix what's going wrong. Ail what ails me. Log in with YouTube. That YouTube, ideally. That's the thing, it knows I'm live, it knows I've got a chat going. Just work. It's kind of simple. But if it doesn't want to, it doesn't want to. I'm going to drag the chat back over here as well. Just to make sure everything's running. All widgets. Where the hell has the chat box gone? Alert box? No, it's not the alert box. Are there any weaknesses in the Leicester team? The weakness that I spotted above anything else is that I think they're vulnerable in their defence in that they rely quite a lot on older players. In that it's not necessarily a weakness in and of itself. It's they struggle a bit some of the time to deal with like more complex like trickery with your feet and passing manoeuvres, and they've not quite got the pace. Also, I am just going to add Black Badge as a moderator because I trust you to do that. Right, okay, having a quick look at Streamlabs. See if I can fix this. Theme is clean, background colour is not a background colour. Helpful. Oh, it's for preview only, that's good. Okay. Yeah, I feel like the weakness in the Leicester team is the fact that we've got wingers that are perfectly like adapted for what they're not good at. And that can cause them some really big issues if we play it right. I'm gonna just increase that. Skip the ads as well. There were gonna be ads there. You're welcome. Even if we do win, we'll probably lose to Rotherham. Yeah, we've got a stupid loss in this from time to time, but I don't mind it too much. Okay, if I turn the chat to boxed, yeah, in theory, Rotera is going to have a really, really good day. In practice, you can't be 100% sure. Okay, so I've just updated the chat thing in Streamlabs, so that should work. I don't know if it does or not. I'll find out when it finally loads through the messages that you guys have just sent, because I don't know why it takes so long. Why isn't it loading? That's fun. Just glad Barnes isn't there anymore. That would be a big problem for us, to be fair. Where does he play now? Is it Newcastle? Yeah, Barnes is at Newcastle. Unless I'm completely losing my mind. Let's not do that. He always scores. Yeah, Barnes is frustrating, to say the least. I'm going to try something. What's the highlights of Leicester and they play QPR, got away with a 2-1 win. Their right and left back are suspect. James and Crew will take them to the cleaners. They'll likely have Pereira back now. But again, that fits into they're not very good with having agile, fast defensive players, which is sort of what we're good at. Also, Harrison is getting stick from Newcastle fans. Why is Harrison getting stick from Newcastle fans? That's weird. Also, why has that just popped up now? Rather than when I asked it to. Okay, that's fun. Also, just to let you know, I'm going to run an ad right now. If you could stick through it, that'd be completely fine. It's just prompting and it says it definitely needs to. They have Pereira back, we have Firpo back. That is true. Neither of us have... Please focus. There we go. Neither of us have our best players available at the moment. Right, that's inserted now. If you're still seeing this, you cheeky ad block fucker, or you're using YouTube Premium, in which case, that's fine. If you watch YouTube Premium, I still get paid for you watching stuff. Yeah, I think a bit of the danger of them is that Pereira isn't as bad as Firpo. He's not getting goals like they expected. Do you mean Everton fans? Because Harrison went to Everton. But yeah, they're seeing the fact that he's a little bit, what, you absolute shit. No, it's fine. Skipping ads is all fun. Because in the ads breakdown, why is it loaded like that? Premium, YouTube are cracking down on ad block as far as I can tell. They are. There are still some ad blocks that work, but I am considering picking up Premium myself. Also, my face is a little bit too bright. There we go. Thank you, adjustable ring light. But I don't know how to get this working a little bit faster. Copy the URL or launch, that's fine. Right, can someone ping a couple more messages just because I want to see if it works? How quickly it like pulls through, because I'm looking at the chat in YouTube myself. But the fact of the matter is, it isn't like pulling through as quickly as it should be. I'd rather have Premium so I know creators are getting a bit of a payday from it. Yeah, that's true. That's why I'm considering picking up Premium, because I was like, well, I'm not a child without an income anymore. What I used to stream, it varies. Now, StreamYard is something that I use to record my videos. However, when I'm streaming Football Manager and stuff like that, I go over to OBS, purely because OBS is functional, is the best way I can do it. OBS gives me the option of 1080p, which is quite important for Football Manager because there's all sorts of like texty bits and bobs going on that you need to read. And 720p has not worked for people in the past when I've been streaming. I could try it again, going back to StreamYard for Football Manager stuff, but whether or not it works, we will find out. There we go. You see, that's how long it's taken to pull through when I'm not using StreamYard, so I might go back to StreamYard. If possible. Because I know StreamYard has a 1080p option, but currently that is more expensive than my current one. In fact, what I'm going to do, I'm going to open an incognito window here. I might stream for a couple more minutes as well, just to have a little bit more Leicester chat. I'm also going to open up StreamYard, just to check something. No, okay, so I can't currently see my YouTube chat through StreamYard. Does YouTube Premium affect memberships, or would you have to pay for that as well? I don't think you get any free memberships with YouTube Premium that I know of. I've looked into it a bit, and it's... Part of the issue is that Twitch Prime exists because it basically... trying to find a good way to phrase it. Twitch Prime exists mainly because Amazon need a way to get people to subscribe to Prime. When people use their Twitch Prime thing, it doesn't make them any money in the slightest. It loses money. And YouTube have seen that and gone, sorry, Google have seen that and gone, YouTube doesn't make any money anyway. Google know for a fact that, like, Amazon are losing money on Twitch because it's not a profitable model. That's why they're heading heavily towards premium and cracking down on ad blockers, because YouTube is not, like, financially at the same level of, like, making money as all of the rest of their advertising stuff. They think if people Prime one, they'll buy more. In theory, that makes sense, yeah. But it's whether that translates to being in practice enough, and I don't think it does for them, which is a problem. Right, anyway, if there are any more questions about the Leicester match, just ping them at me right now. I will happily take them on. Happily go at any of your queries. But other than that, I'm going to nip off in a few minutes because I have a lot of food to cook very, very soon. I'm also potentially going to see if I can get that StreamYard upgrade, but I'm not sure. Next FM stream I will do in 720p. And we'll see if StreamYard is able to handle it, because that means that I can deal with all the what was I going to say? I don't know. ADHD, ladies and gents. It means that I will be able to deal with comments and stuff a little bit nicer. I won't have to deal with all the absolute chaos. Thank you, Peacock. Very much appreciated. But yeah, I think I'm going to leave it there. I hope you all enjoyed popping into the stream. The next one will be at a more sensible time. I've just done this because I wanted to get a little bit further in the save, but I don't want to play it off stream. If you guys are okay with me playing it off stream, then maybe I will stream the more important stuff. But yeah, if I was going to play anyway, I might as well stream it. Hope you enjoyed. Like down below if you haven't yet, it's hugely appreciated. Make sure that more people see the VOD, which is fantastic. The same for commenting throughout. Drop a membership if you fancy. Watch ads or do YouTube Premium if you like. Either are fine. And yeah, I will see you next time.